Jane Fonda is a Hollywood icon, celebrated for her remarkable career and her bold activism. But there's another side to her that often goes unnoticed: her role as a mother. Have you ever stopped to think about what it must be like to grow up as the child of someone as influential and high profile as Jane Fonda? The experience likely comes with its own unique blend of privileges and pressures, opportunities and challenges. Her children have navigated a life that straddles the lines of fame and normalcy, constantly balancing their individual identities against the overwhelming shadow of their legendary mother. From their early years to adulthood, they've faced intense public scrutiny, often living in the crosshairs of media attention, while trying to carve out their own unique paths. This begs the question, how do you find your voice when you're growing up in the shadow of someone whose life has been larger than life itself? What choices did they make, and how did those choices shape their individual journeys? Today we take a closer look at the personal stories of Jane Fonda's children. Through their triumphs, struggles, and defining moments, we'll uncover how they have each navigated the complexities of a life that blends celebrity with personal growth. These stories reveal much more than just their relationships with their famous mother. They also illuminate the resilience and strength it takes to forge your own identity in the midst of overwhelming expectations. Let's dive into their journeys to better understand the balance between privilege, pressure, and the quest for self-discovery. Jane Seymour Fonda, the cultural icon, was born via cesarean section on December 21, 1937, at Doctors Hospital in New York City. Her parents, Francis Ford Seymour, a Canadian-born socialite, and Henry Fonda, an acclaimed American actor, chose the family name Fonda for her, a name with deep historical roots. The Fonda lineage can be traced back to an Italian ancestor who migrated to the Netherlands during the 1500s. By 1650, the family had settled in New York, adopting Dutch names while carrying forward their diverse ancestry, which also included English, French, and Scottish roots. Growing up as the daughter of Henry Fonda, a legendary actor, Jane was heavily influenced by his towering legacy, both positively and negatively. Despite his public image as a composed and talented artist, Henry was known to be emotionally distant as a father. Jane later revealed that she spent much of her youth yearning for his approval and affection, a dynamic that left a lasting mark on her sense of self-worth. Their strained relationship not only shaped her personal struggles, but also fueled her determination to succeed in her own right. Jane's early exposure to her father's professional life introduced her to the world of acting, but it also created a complex emotional backdrop for her career. In interviews, Jane described how their lack of emotional connection influenced her decisions, from her career choices to her approach to relationships and motherhood. It wasn't until they co-starred in the 1981 film On Golden Pond, a story about a father and daughter reconciling, that Jane and Henry were able to address some of their unresolved tensions. This project, though fictional, mirrored aspects of their real-life relationship and marked a turning point in how Jane perceived her father's influence on her life. Jane's first name was inspired by Jane Seymour, the third wife of England's King Henry VIII. As a child, this historical connection earned her the occasional nickname Lady, a reference to her regal namesake. Despite her privileged beginnings, Jane's childhood was marked by tragedy. In 1950, when she was only 12 years old, her mother tragically died by suicide while undergoing treatment at Craig House Psychiatric Hospital in Beacon, New York. Shortly afterward, her father, Henry Fonda, remarried. His new wife, Susan Blanchard, a socialite significantly younger than him, brought some semblance of stability, but their marriage eventually ended in divorce. By the time she reached her mid-teens, Jane began showing a clear interest in the arts, particularly in performance and dance. She excelled to the point where she not only danced passionately, but also began teaching it at Fire Island Pines, New York. Her education unfolded in some of the most prestigious schools of the time, including Greenwich Academy in Connecticut, the Emma Willard School in New York, and Vassar College. Although she initially pursued modeling, appearing on the cover of Vogue twice, it wasn't long before her passion for the arts expanded into acting. Jane's turning point came in 1954 when she participated in a charity performance of The Country Girl alongside her father at the Omaha Community Playhouse. This experience ignited a deeper interest in theater and performance. Later, she briefly studied art in Paris before an encounter with Lee Strasberg in the United States in 1958 changed everything. Strasberg, recognizing her innate talent, became a pivotal figure in her life, fostering her passion for acting and setting her on the trajectory that would eventually make her a household name in Hollywood. Despite her professional achievements, Fonda faced significant personal challenges, particularly concerning her physical and mental health. Throughout her career, she struggled with eating disorders, including anorexia and bulimia, which began in her teenage years and continued well into adulthood. These disorders were exacerbated by the immense pressure to maintain a certain image in Hollywood and left her grappling with feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. In addition to her battles with eating disorders, Fonda also underwent multiple surgeries in later life, including knee and hip replacements, and faced a diagnosis of breast cancer. These health struggles became moments of reflection for her, forcing her to confront her limitations and prioritize her well-being. She has since become an advocate for mental health awareness, speaking openly about her experiences to help reduce the stigma surrounding these issues. Fonda's health challenges not only shaped her as a person, but also influenced her ability to navigate other aspects of her life, including motherhood. The emotional toll of her struggles often clashed with her desire to be fully present for her children, further fueling her sense of guilt about not meeting her own expectations as a parent. Through years of honing her craft, Jane Fonda evolved into one of Hollywood's most respected and celebrated actresses. Her career, marked by groundbreaking roles and accolades, became a hallmark of her legacy. However, behind the glittering facade of her professional success, Fonda grappled with her most profound and personal challenge: motherhood. When it came to motherhood, Jane Fonda, having stepped back from the bright lights of Hollywood, approached the role with the same determination she brought to her career. However, she soon realized that being a mother posed challenges far greater than any she had faced as a star. Her personal journey intertwined deeply with her experiences in marriage, parenthood, and the lifelong process of self-discovery. Her first experience with motherhood came during her marriage to film producer Roger Vadim, which brought their daughter Vanessa into the world. Yet despite the joy of parenthood, the marriage eventually ended in divorce, forcing Fonda to navigate life as a single mother. After her separation from Vadim, Fonda entered a new phase of her life with political activist Tom Hayden, whom she later married. Their union brought her 2 more children, Troy, her biological son, and Mary Williams, whom the couple adopted. Fonda embraced Mary as though she were her own, fostering a deep bond of love and connection. Despite the stability this family seemed to offer, her relationship with Hayden also unraveled over time. Their divorce marked another chapter of reinvention for Fonda. Following her second marriage, Fonda entered into a widely publicized relationship with Ted Turner, the media mogul and founder of CNN. While the pairing garnered significant public interest due to Turner's high profile, The union revealed deeper internal conflicts for Fonda. She wrestled with questions about her identity and sense of self-worth, particularly as a woman navigating societal expectations. In a candid interview with Wallace, Fonda reflected on this period of her life. She revealed that she often felt overshadowed by the men in her life, admitting, "I just assumed that nobody would be interested in knowing me unless I was with a man who was really interesting." The dissolution of her marriage to Turner marked a pivotal turning point for Fonda. Entering the new millennium as a single woman in her 60s, she experienced a profound transformation. No longer tethered to societal expectations about marriage, she discovered an empowering truth. She could thrive independently. As Fonda explained, "I kind of thought, oh, I'm single and I'm okay. I don't need a man." This realization not only redefined her approach to relationships, but also allowed her to embrace a new level of personal freedom and autonomy. Yet despite this newfound independence, Fonda harbored doubts about her effectiveness as a mother. She often questioned whether her efforts to balance her career and parenting had fallen short. While her self-assessment may seem harsh, it invites an intriguing shift in perspective. To fully understand her role as a mother, perhaps it's best to explore the experiences and insights of her children, starting with Vanessa Vadim. Jane Fonda's journey into motherhood began with the birth of her first child, Vanessa Vadim, on September 28, 1968, in Paris, France. At the time, Fonda was married to French filmmaker Roger Vadim. Despite the joy of welcoming their daughter, their marriage faced significant challenges, eventually leading to their separation while Vanessa was still a young child. Following the split, Vanessa spent most of her time living with her mother in California, although she held on to cherished memories of spending summers and holidays in France. Her name, Vanessa, was a tribute to esteemed actress and activist Vanessa Redgrave, reflecting Fonda's deep connection to both the entertainment world and the realm of social activism. Vanessa's formative years were heavily influenced by her mother's strong passion for advocacy and social causes. This upbringing instilled in her a similar commitment to activism. She pursued her education at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island, from 1985 to 1989, where she became actively involved in social and humanitarian efforts. Her dedication mirrored her mother's. Vanessa participated in protests such as a pro-choice march in Washington, D.C., and lent her support to projects like constructing a school in Nicaragua. These efforts highlighted her desire to make a difference in the world, much like her mother had done. However, Vanessa's journey was not without its struggles. In 1989, a personal crisis came to light when she was arrested for drug possession in New York City while attending one of her mother's movie premieres. The incident could have been devastating, both for Vanessa and for her mother, who was deeply affected by the public scrutiny and personal shame it brought. Nevertheless, Fonda chose to stand by her daughter, offering unwavering support and love during this challenging period. This pivotal moment underscored the strength of their bond and Fonda's commitment to her role as a mother, even in the face of adversity. In the years that followed, Vanessa carved out her own identity and built a successful career as a filmmaker. One of her notable works includes directing Jane Fonda in 5 Acts, a documentary exploring her mother's extraordinary life and legacy. Vanessa has also continued her activist efforts, aligning with causes such as climate change awareness. She stood beside her mother and other activists at events like the Fire Drill Fridays climate protests held at the U.S. Capitol in 2019. Her advocacy extends to her active presence on social media, where she shares her thoughts on pressing social issues and encourages others to engage in meaningful change. Reflecting on their relationship, Jane Fonda has openly acknowledged the challenges of motherhood, especially under the public eye. Despite the difficulties, she celebrates Vanessa's resilience and the incredible accomplishments her daughter has achieved. In a candid moment, Fonda expressed her admiration for Vanessa, recognizing her strength, determination, and the grace with which she has navigated the complexities of life as the child of a Hollywood icon. Jane Fonda has openly praised her daughter Vanessa for being an extraordinary woman who has navigated a life filled with challenges and complexities with remarkable grace and determination. The relationship between mother and daughter serves as a testament to the strength of their bond and their shared resilience. Turning to Fonda's second child, Troy Garity, born on July 7, 1973 in Los Angeles, California, we see another unique journey unfold. His birth came amidst the union of his parents, Jane Fonda and Tom Hayden, a couple deeply immersed in both the entertainment world and political activism. At the time of their marriage, Fonda was already 3 months pregnant, stepping into motherhood while juggling her high-profile roles as an actress and activist. To honor both their heritage and a deliberate effort to shield him from the overwhelming spotlight of their public identities, Fonda and Hayden chose to give Troy a distinctive name. His last name, Garity, was a nod to his paternal grandmother's maiden name, while his first name paid tribute to Nguyen Van Troy, a Vietnamese resistance leader. This choice reflected their political convictions and their desire to allow Troy to forge his own identity. Reflecting on his childhood, Troy once remarked, "When I was born, there was still a lot of anger over my parents' involvement in Vietnam. They thought it would be better if I grew up with my own name." During Troy's infancy, both Fonda and Hayden worked hard to balance their parental responsibilities with their demanding careers. Fonda, frequently occupied with filming commitments abroad, credited Hayden for his significant contributions to Troy's upbringing. Hayden took an active role, even managing the day-to-day tasks like potty training while Fonda was away. Despite their busy lives, the family eventually found a sense of stability when they settled in Santa Monica, California. This period marked a shift toward a more structured and routine family life. Reflecting on her role during this time, Fonda expressed a sense of contentment, telling People magazine in a 1982 interview that she was committed to living fully in the present and focusing on her personal and familial growth. As Troy grew older, he began to carve out his own path, venturing into the entertainment industry. His first significant acting experience came alongside his mother in the 1981 film On Golden Pond, a moment that marked the beginning of his career. Over the years, Troy honed his craft and built a reputation as a talented actor. He earned roles in prominent projects, including the barbershop film series and HBO's Ballers, where he starred alongside Dwayne Johnson. His career reflected his dedication to creating his own identity within the industry, separate from the towering legacy of his famous parents. Troy's bond with his family remained strong, and this was evident when he participated in the premiere of the documentary Jane Fonda in 5 acts, directed by his sister Vanessa Vadim. This collaboration underscored the familial connection that continues to define the Garity Hayden Fonda family, blending personal relationships with shared creative and activist pursuits. Jane Fonda has often described her son Troy with immense pride, highlighting his inner beauty and outward charm as defining aspects of his character. She views him as a person of remarkable depth and integrity, a testament to the strong familial bonds nurtured through the trials and triumphs of parenthood. Yet Fonda's capacity for maternal love and resilience extended beyond her biological children, as evidenced by her relationship with Mary Luana Williams, affectionately known as Lulu. Born on October 13, 1967, in Oakland, California, Lulu's childhood was shaped by the activism of her parents, Randy and Mary Williams, who were involved in the Black Panther Party. Despite their dedication to civil rights, life for the Williams family was far from easy. Lulu's mother struggled to care for her children, initially seeking financial stability through trade school to become a welder. However, a debilitating knee injury derailed her plans, leaving her physically and emotionally incapacitated. This change profoundly affected her relationship with her children, and she began lashing out at them, often for minor issues. Lulu, yearning for a way out, found hope when she attended a summer camp hosted by Jane Fonda and Tom Hayden. At the age of 11, Lulu met Fonda at Laurel Springs Children's Camp in Santa Barbara. Fonda was immediately drawn to the bright and charismatic girl, and the two formed a close bond during that summer. Lulu, unfamiliar with such warmth and affection, felt safe confiding in Fonda about the struggles she faced at home. Her family environment, marked by hardship, neglect, and the challenges of her older sisters, some of whom dropped out of school, became teen mothers, or succumbed to drug addiction, left Lulu longing for a different future. Fonda, too, noticed something extraordinary about Lulu, remarking that she stood out as a brilliant and special child. Lulu continued attending the camp for 2 years before disappearing from its roster, leaving Fonda concerned. When Lulu finally returned, it became clear that something had changed. Fonda later learned that Lulu had experienced a traumatic assault during what she believed was an audition for an acting role at the age of 14. The incident deeply affected her self-esteem and outlook on life. Recalling the time before the assault, Lulu said, "I told myself I wouldn't be the kind of person who would be dominated by a man." However, the attack left her feeling powerless, eroding her belief in herself. Her school performance began to decline, and she spiraled into a state of despair. Fonda, recognizing her potential despite her struggles, made Lulu a promise. If she could improve her grades and gain her mother's permission, she could move to Santa Monica to live with Fonda and her family. At her lowest point, Lulu saw Fonda's offer as a lifeline. "When I saw that opportunity, I ran for it," she recalled. Adjusting to life in Fonda's household was both a shock and a blessing for Lulu. She was introduced to a vastly different world, one filled with privilege and opportunities she had never imagined. The cultural contrast was stark, particularly during moments like sitting at a table in a southern plantation as part of Fonda's marriage to media mogul Ted Turner, a scenario that left Lulu feeling acutely aware of her identity as the only Black person at the table. Despite these challenges, Lulu found a home with the Fonda family. Troy Garity, Fonda's biological son, fondly remembers Lulu's integration into their family dynamic. He spoke of the sense of connection and kinship she brought, often describing her as an attentive and enriching presence in their household. For Fonda, Lulu's arrival was transformative, offering a sense of completeness and joy she had not anticipated. In an interview on Oprah's Next Chapter, Fonda expressed her gratitude for the profound impact Lulu had on her life. She acknowledged the reciprocal nature of their relationship, crediting Lulu with bringing wisdom, strength, and perspective into their family. For Fonda, Lulu represented more than an adopted daughter. She became a source of inspiration and a reminder of the power of love and resilience to overcome even the most difficult circumstances. Jane Fonda has often credited the reciprocal nature of her relationship with Mary Williams, or Lulu, as a source of profound personal growth. She acknowledged that Lulu contributed wisdom and insight to her life, shaping her perspective in unexpected ways. In 2013, Lulu shared her remarkable life story through her memoir, The Lost Daughter. This compelling narrative provided readers with a window into her journey, beginning with her challenging upbringing in the Black Panther community and her eventual transition into the vastly different world of Los Angeles celebrity culture. In her book, Lulu explored the intricate themes of identity and belonging, offering a raw and honest account of her experiences. She reflected on the transformative power of family bonds, emphasizing how love and support can redefine a person's sense of self. Through her storytelling, Lulu delved into the resilience required to navigate shifting cultural landscapes, the process of adapting to new environments, and the relentless quest for self-discovery. Her memoir resonated with readers, presenting a poignant look at the paths that shaped her life while inviting them to reflect on their own journeys. Jane Fonda, an icon in both Hollywood and activism, has been equally candid about her own evolution as a mother. In a revealing interview on the February 17th episode of Who's Talking to Chris Wallace on HBO Max, Fonda opened up about the complexities of parenting. She admitted that, despite her best intentions, she often fell short of her own expectations as a parent. With 3 children, 55-year-old Mary Williams, 54-year-old Vanessa Vadim, and 49-year-old Troy Garity, Fonda reflected on her earlier struggles, confessing, "I was not the kind of mother that I wish that I had been to my children. I have great, great children, talented, smart, and I just didn't know how to do it." This admission revealed a level of vulnerability and self-awareness rarely seen in public figures. It provided a glimpse into the personal challenges Fonda faced as she tried to balance her demanding career, her activism, and her role as a mother. However, Fonda's introspection did not stop at acknowledgement. Determined to grow, she embraced a journey of learning and self-improvement. She explained, "I've studied parenting, and I know what it's supposed to be now. I didn't know then, so I'm trying to show up now." This commitment to becoming a better parent underscores Fonda's dedication to personal growth. Her willingness to face past shortcomings and strive for improvement reflects the resilience and determination that have defined not only her career, but also her relationships with her children. Fonda's candid reflections illustrate that the path to being a good parent, like so many other aspects of life, is a continuous process of learning, adapting, and showing up with sincerity and love. Jane Fonda's journey as a mother reflects the diverse and multifaceted dynamics of her family, with each of her children representing a unique chapter in her life. Her son, Troy Garity, was born during her marriage to the late Tom Hayden, her second husband. Hayden played a pivotal role in shaping their blended family, extending his care to Vanessa Vadim, Fonda's eldest child from her first marriage to French screenwriter and producer Roger Vadim. This act of adopting Vanessa into his care added a profound layer of connection within their family structure, reflecting the complex bonds that tie them together. Vanessa Vadim, Fonda's daughter from her first marriage, grew up in an entirely different context, influenced by the creative and vibrant world of her parents' artistic and intellectual pursuits. Her early years with Fonda and Vadim shaped her perspective on life, offering a foundation steeped in both the glamour of Hollywood and the commitment to activism that defined her mother. On the other hand, Mary Williams, affectionately known as Lulu, brought a distinct narrative to the Fonda family. Adopted by Jane as a teenager after enduring neglect and hardship in an impoverished household, Lulu's journey into the Fonda home highlighted the transformative power of love, care, and support. Mary's memoir, The Lost Daughter, offers a poignant exploration of her experiences, delving into themes of resilience, identity, and the redemptive capacity of familial bonds. Her story enriches Jane Fonda's parenting narrative, providing insight into the complexities and profound rewards of adoption. Lulu's presence in the family became a testament to Fonda's willingness to embrace unconventional paths to motherhood and her capacity for empathy and compassion. Fonda's legacy as both a mother and an activist is deeply intertwined with her openness about her struggles and triumphs. She has acknowledged her shortcomings in the past, admitting that she didn't always live up to her own expectations as a parent. However, her commitment to self-improvement and growth serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration for parents everywhere. Fonda's candid reflections demonstrate that parenting is not about perfection, but about striving to learn, adapt, and do better. One of the most significant lessons from Fonda's approach to motherhood is the value of self-reflection. She has shown an admirable willingness to confront her own limitations, embrace humility, and take proactive steps to improve. Her parenting journey is a reminder that raising children is a lifelong process filled with successes and failures, and it's never too late to make positive changes. This commitment to personal growth and learning underscores her deep dedication to her children and her role as a parent. Moreover, Fonda's ability to challenge societal norms and expand traditional definitions of family serves as a powerful example of compassion and inclusion in action. By welcoming Lulu into her home and navigating the complexities of a blended family with Troy and Vanessa, Fonda demonstrated a broader, more inclusive vision of what family can mean. Her example has not only enriched her children's lives, but also influenced modern parenting by inspiring others to approach both parenthood and activism with courage, integrity, and empathy. In addition to her parenting, Fonda's activism remains a vital part of her legacy, showing how these two roles, mother and advocate, can intertwine to create meaningful change. Her openness, vulnerability, and relentless pursuit of growth have left a lasting impact, fostering a new understanding of what it means to parent with both strength and compassion in today's world. Jane Fonda's tireless advocacy for social justice and environmental sustainability has inspired a new wave of activists, urging them to leverage their voices and platforms to drive meaningful change. Her unwavering dedication to these causes, spanning civil rights, gender equality, and environmentalism, has left a profound and lasting impact on the global stage. Fonda has consistently used her influence to address societal issues, even when it meant enduring criticism or controversy. This fearless approach has cemented her as a symbol of courage and conviction, motivating future generations to challenge injustice and work toward creating a more equitable and sustainable world. However, Fonda's activism has often been accompanied by intense public scrutiny, particularly regarding her personal life and parenting journey. Media portrayals of her as a mother have frequently focused on her struggles with addiction and mental health issues, presenting a skewed perspective of her family dynamics. While some narratives have celebrated her resilience and dedication to her children, others have sensationalized her challenges, reducing the complexities of her experiences to simplistic headlines. This tendency to oversimplify has obscured the nuanced realities of Fonda's dual roles as a mother and an activist. For her children, living in the shadow of their mother's fame has been both a burden and a source of strength. For some, the relentless public attention has contributed to feelings of insecurity and self-doubt. For others, it has served as motivation, driving them to carve out their own identities and achieve personal growth. Unfortunately, the media's persistent focus on Fonda's family life has sometimes exacerbated tensions within the family, making it even harder for her children to navigate their relationships with each other and with their mother under the public's watchful eye. In response to these challenges, Fonda has taken deliberate steps to protect her family's privacy. She has worked to shield her children from unnecessary public exposure and has maintained strict boundaries with the press. Furthermore, she has used her platform to advocate for greater accountability and ethics in media reporting. Fonda has highlighted the harmful effects of invasive and sensationalized journalism on families and individuals in the public eye, calling for a more compassionate and responsible approach to storytelling. By balancing her advocacy work with her efforts to safeguard her family, Fonda exemplifies the strength and adaptability required to thrive in the dual roles of public figure and parent. Her actions continue to inspire others to pursue justice and fairness, not only in the world at large, but also in the way stories about people, especially those in the spotlight, are told. Jane Fonda's life isn't just about the glitz and glamour of Hollywood or her fearless fight for social justice. It's also a story of learning, growth, and motherhood. Her children, Vanessa, Troy, and Lulu, each represent a powerful chapter in her incredible journey. What do you think about their story? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more inspiring stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.